Hello and welcome to BYJU'S IAS. Civil Services Examination, popularly called as an IAS exam, is considered to be the world's toughest examination. But it is not, and I'll tell you slightly later why. But it's also one of the most lucrative professions in India, one of the most sought after professions in India. But to clear this examination, you need to be absolutely sure about three things. Or there are three ingredients for success in this examination. One, motivation. If you look at the syllabus for this examination, it's a very, very vast syllabus. History, polity, geography, ethics, your optional subject. And it takes at least 1.5 years of your life to clear this examination. During this 1.5 year of your preparation time, you have to be self-motivated. You don't have to ever let go of your dream to become an IAS officer. But sometimes you will bang your head. What am I getting myself into? I was happy in my job, I was happy at a college, I was happy at a university. This is where your motivation will play a very important role. Muhammad Ali, he once said, I hated every second of my training, but I told myself, suffer now and live the rest of the life like a champion. And he did it. That means you have to be motivated despite the stress of this examination. You have to motivate yourself to prepare for this examination and clear this examination. Motivation can be anything. This is your father's dream. That's also motivation. You want to serve the society. That's also motivation. You want to do corruption in the society. That's also motivation. But there has to be some motivation which can help you in these 1.5 to 2 years to clear this examination. Once you're motivated, then you need discipline. What is this discipline that I'm talking about? Schedule, timetable. Create a schedule, create a timetable and stick to it. You can start with minimal expectations. 1 chapter a day, plus a newspaper, plus 1 answer writing session. Slowly and steadily, you can increase the level of expectations. So once you meet these expectations, your confidence level will be boosted, your stamina to prepare rigorously for this examination will be enhanced, and that is how you can be much more closer to your goal. First, motivation. Second, discipline. And the third thing that you require is guidance. What is this guidance that I'm talking about? There are people who clear this exam in their first attempt. Some clear this exam in their second attempt, third attempt, fourth attempt. And there are lakhs of aspirants who never clear this exam. What to study is very important. Someone has to tell you this. How to study is even more important. Someone has got to tell you this. But even more important is what not to study. There are plethora of information available online. Different coaching institutes telling you differently about which are the books that you have to refer, which are the magazines that you'll have to read, which are the newspapers that you'll have to read every single morning to clear this examination. But someone has to tell you how to study and what not to study. You should not be wasting your time by reading unnecessary material. And at the end of the day, the return on investment, ROI, is very, very poor. Where can BYJU'S help you? How can BYJU'S help you to realize your dream of becoming an IAS officer? I have a simple answer to that. BYJU'S cannot help you. What we can do, we can facilitate your preparation. But at the end of the day, it is you and you alone who has the potential to clear this examination. We can only show you a path, but you will have to walk on that path. We can only show you the shortest distance towards success, but you'll have to be with us to prepare along the lines we have set for you. So how can BYJU'S help you? Let me tell you some of the most important details about the BYJU'S IAS program. Number 1, we have a tablet. This is BYJU'S IAS tablet. Everything and anything that is there in your prelims and main syllabus, be it polity, economy, geography, international relations, ethics, all these things, all these subjects, all these topics, all these subtopics that are part of your syllabus For that, videos are recorded in our studios and are delivered to you. Content will be provided to you so that you can watch these lectures and get the concepts cleared about the syllabus. But how can this tablet help you? Let's say, for example, I teach polity. And to be a master of Indian polity for civil services examination, what is it that you'll have to study? You'll have to read M. Lakshmikant. You'll have to read D.D. Basu. You have to read Subhash Kashyap. You have to read IndianQanun.org. You have to go through PRS legislative research. You have to read 2 national newspapers every single day. Is it possible for you to go through all these sources, and that too for just one single subject? It is possible. But if it is possible, that means you will have to sacrifice your time meant for other subjects. But polity is not the only subject in your examination. You have economy, you have an optional subject, you have an essay, you have ethics, so on and so forth. That means how can you master Indian polity if you have to clear this exam in your first single attempt? That is where we come into the picture. So I will ensure that you don't have to read all these multiple books, but all you need to do, watch these lectures, link them with the newspapers, and your job is done. Just watch these lectures. These lectures will cover data, statistics, concepts, facts from all these different sources, so that at the end of the day, you don't have to read all these multiple sources on a particular subject, because that's a waste of time clearly. But what you can do, you can rely on our videos, get the concepts cleared, get the facts ascertained, so that you have to go through only these videos, nothing else, to clear this examination. And when we look at these subjects that are there in your prelims and mains, one common mistake that aspirants make is that they separate prelims from mains. But it's a potential recipe for disaster. Prelims is about facts. Prelims is about concepts. What is mains? Mains is the analysis or the elaboration of the same facts and concepts that you have studied for prelims. So how can you separate prelims from mains? You can't do that. You should never do that. So what we do at BYJU'S, we integrate the two. Prelims and mains are to be studied, are to be taught simultaneously, so that one single destination is available to you. That is how we proceed. There is a tablet for you. All the topics of your syllabus, all the subtopics of your syllabus, for that videos are recorded. We gather facts, data, concepts from various sources so that you don't have to read multiple books on a single subject. That's the video lecture for you. But if this is about tablet, but is this tablet sufficient for you to clear this exam? No. Then what else do you need to clear this examination? Whatever is part of your prelims and main syllabus, that is there in the tablet. But what about current affairs? What about this monster called current affairs, which is the most dominant theme of your examination? For that, we have a revolutionary program, which is only at BYJU'S in this country. And that's what we call webinars, current affairs webinars. So every Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 p.m., all the newspapers, be it the Hindu, Indian Express, Live Mint, beautiful magazines such as Yojana, Kurukshetra, beautiful websites, content-oriented websites such as the Wire.in, the Scroll.in, we analyze them and present you lectures every Tuesday and Thursday. We also provide you with the notes. And these notes are the most important fodder for your examination. Why? Every aspirant, and I'm sure there is this question on your mind as well. How do I make notes of the newspaper? How do I make notes of the Press Information Bureau? How do I make notes of Yojana, Kurukshetra, Economic Survey, Budget, so on and so forth, India Yearbook? There are two sets of problems involved. One, you don't know which news is important. Even if you know that this news is important, you don't know how deep to dig into that news. When you don't know how deep to dig into that news, What you do? You log on to Google and start surfing and browsing and searching for the relevant information. And you reach a point where on a particular day, you're completing nothing but a newspaper. So that is a waste of time. What you can do, read newspaper on your own. Read one newspaper. You don't have to read multiple newspapers. Just read one newspaper, then rely on us. Read newspaper so that your vocabulary will increase. Read newspaper so that you know and understand what is happening around the country. But don't make notes of the newspaper, because notes we will provide you. And there may be lots of concepts in the newspapers that you may not be able to understand. For that, watch these current affairs webinars and your job is done. So your static part is covered through the tablet. Your current affairs is done through the current affairs webinars on every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Problem solved. But then if the problem is solved in terms of that you gather sufficient requisite information and content, but then you'll have to apply this content. You'll have to apply this knowledge. Because if prelims is about facts, a question is provided, then 4 options are provided. You'll have to pick the right answer. You'll have to pick the most appropriate answer. But in mains, you will have to write your own answers. In mains, you'll have to come up with your own arguments. And there is one important thing that you need to clear this exam: answer writing skill. UPSC tells us that the answer should not be more than 250 words. Answer should not be more than 200 words. Answer should not be more than 150 words. Can you write in less than 150 words? Yes. But while preparing for this examination, you will gather a lot of information, a plethora of information. Now is the challenge. The challenge is, how do you constrict this information? How do you constrict the knowledge that you have achieved in less than 150 words, in less than 200 words? That requires constant answer writing sessions. So every 15 days, we will have a test. Every single day, there will be questions given to you. Write answers to these questions, send it to us, and we will evaluate them in 3 days. 3 days is the limit. So we'll tell you how you should have written this answer. Don't write in paragraphs, write in point formats, because that is how you're able to convince the examiner better. Don't write these lines. These are very controversial lines. Don't write these lines. These are politically irrelevant lines or politically controversial lines. Somebody has got to tell you this. So answer writing sessions every day, every 15 days. And you can choose these questions from any source. You're reading a newspaper, there is a question, write an answer, send it across. You're logging on to any website in this country and you find a suitable question for your examination, write an answer to that and send it across, and we will evaluate your answer within 3 days. That is how you are in a position to get trained for writing answers for this examination. But then at any point in time, you may have some doubts. You're watching a video lecture, but you're not able to understand a concept. Let's say monsoon, let's say inflation, let's say what is a fundamental right. Just talk to us. So every single student who is enrolled with BYJU'S IAS is provided with a personal mentor, a guide who can motivate you, who can clear your doubts, who can help you in deciding which optional to choose for this examination, who can help you plan a proper schedule for your preparation. This mentor will stay in touch with you till you join Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy, where you are trained as an IAS officer. So this mentor will be the single most important reason for you to clear this examination. Please understand one thing. This is not the world's toughest examination. There is a well-defined syllabus for this exam, and then there is a newspaper. All you need to do, link the two. Link whatever is mentioned in your syllabus, all the topics, all the subtopics, link them with the newspaper, your job is done. And this is where your mentor is going to play a very important and crucial role to help you clear this exam in your first single attempt. You miss a webinar, you will be provided an access to a portal. So this is how the BYJU'S student portal looks like. So you miss a live webinar, watch the recorded version here. Take a look at IIN's issues and news. What is this issues and news? On important issues, we write an article in about 1200 to 1500 words and present to you on this portal, so that you don't have to search for information on Google, you don't have to go through the coaching material of different coaching institutes, just rely on us. And all the necessary information that you need will be provided in these issues and news. We'll be providing you with monthly current affairs magazines for June, July, August. Every month's current affairs magazine will be provided to you, which can help you in revision when you are revising for this examination. So what is the purpose of this video? I'm interacting with you and I'm telling you in no uncertain terms that BYJU'S cannot help you to clear this exam. What BYJU'S can do, it can facilitate your preparation so that you have a one-stop destination for this examination. And BYJU'S provides you with that one-stop destination. Video lectures, plus current affairs material and lectures, plus the student portal, plus a mentor, prelims test series, mains test series, current affairs magazines, and I don't think apart from this you require anything. We also provide you with a list of 11 books on all the topics and subtopics that are mentioned in your syllabus. So be it polity, economy, geography, internal security, disaster management, social issues, on all these subjects, notes are written, books are provided, and these 11 standard books will play a very important role for you to clear this examination. So that is how BYJU'S is going to facilitate your preparation process and can facilitate your clearing this exam in one single attempt. Because please understand, first attempt always is the most beautiful attempt. The chances of yours clearing this exam in first attempt is much, much more than in your subsequent attempts. Because then in your subsequent attempts, failure becomes acceptable. If I didn't clear the exam in first attempt, I have a second attempt, I have a third attempt, I have a fourth attempt. So first attempt, please understand, is always the most beautiful attempt. You should keep one thing in your mind, that I have only one attempt to clear this exam, and you will clear it. Every year, 1,000 odd people clear this exam, so can you. Everybody has an equal potential to clear this exam. And if you want to know more about how BYJU'S will facilitate your preparation process, just talk to us. Write to us on the email provided to you or call us on this number and we will get back to you. Thank you for watching.